I'm talking about rogues and scalawags today, and I can see that not all the rogues have seated yet. Hey, one of the most fascinating things just happened. I met a woman back here, Michael. Michael, want to raise your, yeah, right there. And she said she used to attend here when David McClure was a minister. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now, just to get us started, I asked Kelsey Weddle if she'd come up and light the candle for us. There we go. And as Kelsey is lighting the candle, it's this great reminder that this divine spark of God is deep within us. This spark is burning, and it's there all the time, every moment. All we have to do is turn our awareness to it. Yay, good job. So, throughout the day, as I'm talking or when the music's going, just from time to time, glance up there and say, oh yes, that represents that divine spark, the deep spark of God that's within each and every one of us.
Good morning. Good morning. As we start this service, as we enter into a prayer that will again radiate throughout our service today, let's relax, and as we do in our own form, and breathe deeply, pay attention to the breath, and again realize the divine energy that fills us, as they say, from top to bottom and side to side, with every pore that surrounds us in the aura that can be measured, that spills over into the auras in our collective. And just relax. Just take this prayer in again to Reverend McClure's field of infinite possibility. And reflect on the divine energy, of course, that is the oneness, the only one presence that we recite each service. Feel it and know it, and know that it is the wholeness that is again pronounced in today's daily word. And part of the wholeness, as we recognize, is the divine love and harmony. And so let's again bring this in, feel it, and then let's transmit it, radiate it to the four corners of our room that meets the needs of all who enter here, and affirm, I am the wholeness of the divine energy. I am divine love. I am harmony. And let's take this feeling and knowing of the peace, the harmony, and the divine love, and let's send it out to the world in its present shape by using Wayne Dyer's sound of ah. So if you would repeat with me, ah. And let's do it one more time with gusto. Really send it out there as it can join with the other divine energy that again emanates from the world. And it resonates in the silence, and so it is. Namaste.
Good morning. And welcome to this, or our, very special center, Unity Spiritual Center, Spokane. A very warm welcome and hello to everyone joining in person and all of you joining online. My name's Juliette Hawkeiser, and I feel very honored to be your platform assistant today. Before we proceed, please take a moment to double check if your phone is on silent or off. And next, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge anyone that is here for the very first time. We really love having you here with us this morning. And if this is your first time, just raise your hand, and the ushers will give you a packet of information. And inside the packet of information is a coupon for a free beverage at our barista stand. Is there anyone here for the first time? One? Oh. Are you pointing to each other? Is any? I think. Try that again. Is anyone here for the first time? I know you're not here for the first time, and you're not here for the first time. All right. Well, welcome to everybody, and let's continue. Just remember and hold this truth with you as you proceed in your week. Whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual journey of transformation, you are welcome here. And now let's share our opening affirmation and really pay attention to the words that we're saying. Together, we affirm there is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe, God the Good. We are excited to have our spiritual leader, Dennis Ashley, talking today about the spirituality of rogues and scalawags. Because truly, God is everywhere, even with rogues and scalawags. Our music today is provided by the very wonderful Britt Hopkins. And also the very wonderful Scott Jameson. We are so truly blessed to have such incredible people with us in our community. So thank you to all. And that means for everybody here. You're each truly wonderful with precious gems within you, unique. And now please join our song leaders, Rick and Sally, as we start off with a community song. This community song will be followed by a brief meet and greet with just the people in your nearby vicinity. Please stand if you're able.
You know, I was thinking for our song today, why don't we do heaven? I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road to heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing joy today. I'm choosing joy today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today.
again. All right, all rogues and scalawags, please be seated. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me? Is this on? Oh. All right, please be seated. Is this on? All right. Okay, all rogues and scalawags, please be seated. I love that it's so hard to stop you from greeting each other, but it is time to move on. It's time for our special music from Britt Hopkins. Enjoy.
We're leaving all the windows open. We don't even mind the rain. Oh, where we let the floors get wet. So what if the hardwood stains? 'Cause we're collecting evidence of one remarkable storm. How wild it was to find it, finally feel the climate, instead of only staying dry and warm. Rain on us, sane honesty. Salvation is coming in the morning, but now what we need is a little rain on a face from you, sweet, sane honesty. So we won't sleep tonight while we brace against the wind. Oh, these hearts, the weather makers, will go where they take us until we find ourselves shelter again. We won't settle for the silence. We won't drown in the tears. We'll say every single word, even if we think they'll hurt. Let the rain wash away these tears. Rain on us, sane honesty. Salvation is coming in the morning, but now what we need is a little rain on our face from you, sweet, sane honesty. Oh, we won't let go. We'll be soaked to the bone, baptized by truth. We will reap what we sow, build our own higher ground. When the rain's coming down, this is worth it to me, sane honesty. Rain. Salvation is coming in the morning. Wait patiently, aiming straight for it. Now what we need is a little rain on our face from your sweet, sane honesty.
fantastic. I just love it. Let's give them both another hand. We've been putting Unity Home Companion together, and I'm just stunned by all the musical talent that we have here. And Britt, you're just great. I appreciate you so much. And I also told her that it's been 8 years since we did a Unity Home Companion, and she was there right from the very first one, 16 years ago. You were 5, yeah. Let's take a moment in meditation. So I'll invite you to close your eyes if you like. And put down anything that you might be holding. Because when we have to focus on holding it, it takes away from our willingness to dive deeply into the moment. And let's just breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. And we breathe in and we hold that air deep within us. And it ignites that spark of God that's always burning, but now we see it a little bit more easily. We feel it a little more easily deep within us. And that spark, that candle, that light of God fills up our chest. It fills up our lungs. And there it is, this deeply burning, forever burning spark of God. It's gentle. It's warm. And it is always, always filled with great love. And we let that sense of love move from our chest upward. And so it fills our throat. And imagine that sense of love actually touching our face. And imagine our faces bathed in that pure love. And now let that move back. That sense of love, let it move back into our mind. And imagine right in the center of our brain, the pineal gland, filled with love, filled with the love of God, and with every heartbeat, with every breath in and out, that pineal gland vibrates. And what it vibrates is the depth of our spirituality. It vibrates the depth of the truth of who and what we really are. We are a spiritual expression. We are children of the divine rhythm of the universe. And we are love in action. And so we feel love for the Spirit of God, for the divine universe, that rhythm, that ebb and flow. We feel great love for that, and we feel great love from it. We are filled and walking with love. We're breathing love in and breathing love out. And know that is your very nature. And it has nothing to do with age, because age is not an issue, because we are timeless beings filled with love, expressing love. And so let's take that awareness of love into the silence for just a moment. And let's just be there, filled with love in the silence. Spirit of God, we are so blessed when we open our inner eye to just see what the truth of us is. This expression of love, this reception of love. And so it is, God. So it is. Namaste. Hi. You know, we are love. We are filled with love, and we can spend a whole lifetime denying that, and we can spend a whole lifetime saying, well, I'm much too macho for that. And yet there it is. We are the walking embodiment of love. We may not always turn to it, but it is always, always there. And it shows up in various forms, right? So today I wanted to talk about the spirituality of rogues and scalawags. And I want to thank Britt, because she was telling me this morning what a scalawag really was, so that was good. So let's start with rogues. What is a rogue? Well, it's somebody who kind of doesn't necessarily break the rules, but they sure bend the heck out of them. And yet somehow they're charming and they're likable. We can't explain it exactly, because we're all smart people, and we know it takes organization and rules and all that to make things work. But somehow the rogues say, I have a particular thing that I want to do, and that is I want to break all the rules in front of stuffed shirts. Because somehow we get too caught up with organizational rules. Somehow we get caught up, and we don't even know exactly what it is we're supposed to do, but we want to have a good sense of humor while we're doing it. See, I really like unity a lot. And the reason I like unity a lot is we're smart folks, and we know there has to be organization and all that. But I think sitting in this audience right now, there's a bunch of rogues and scalawags. So, what's a rogue? Okay, just as I said, a rogue is somebody who does bend the rules, somebody who is often unpredictable, not sure exactly what's going to happen. In 1928, at the Democratic National Convention, Will Rogers said, I am not a member of any organized political party. I'm a Democrat. And I love that. Because, I mean, isn't that the perfect definition of a rogue? I've been changing that over the, I don't know, the last 10 or 15 years. And I like to say, I'm not a member of any organized spiritual denomination. I go to Unity. So a rogue is somebody willing to bend the rules. What's a scalawag? Now, a scalawag is pretty much, in today's words, pretty much a synonym for what a rogue is. But the history of those two words I find really interesting. So the history of the word rogue is that the original etymology is that it came from the word Roger. And that meant to roger somebody, which meant to beg from somebody. And in London in the 1500s, there were particular kinds of Rogers. And what they did was they begged, but they pretended that they were professors from Oxford and Cambridge. And so that started off as Roger and then became rogue. History of the scalawag of that word, I think that's even more interesting. It comes from Scalaway, which is the largest island of the Shetland Islands. And it was originally kind of a pejorative term because, well, people didn't, in the UK, people didn't like people who came from the Shetland Islands. So to say someone was a scalawag was to run them down a little bit. And then it never became really popular until about 1862. And in 1862, they started using the term scalawag again. 1862, middle of the Civil War, right? And so a scalawag was a white Southerner who fought for the Union. Ooh, yeah. So they were really breaking the rules, right? And so, yeah, at that time, if you were from the South, a scalawag was not a likable term at all. But it's changed, really, over the last 130 years, 140 years. And that is, now, yeah, we get to see rogues or scalawags largely as synonyms. And we kind of like them because they break the rules, but they do it with a smile on their face, and darn it if we don't like them. So, who's a rogue? Who's a scalawag? Rhett Butler from Gone with the Wind. Han Solo from Star Wars. And more recently, Captain Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean. And Johnny Depp played that one. And Johnny Depp not only played a part of a role. How many people here have seen one of the movies from the Pirates of the Caribbean? Oh, okay, so just about everybody. Okay, so just so you know, when they were still trying to figure out who was going to play that role, Johnny Depp came in front of the sponsors and the producers who were putting up the money, and he interviewed with them in the same way that he played the role of Captain Jack Sparrow. And afterwards, the producers were just not blown away in a good way. They didn't like it, and they took the showrunner aside and said, "Is he stoned?" And they said no, and then they said, "Well, is he gay?" And they said no, and they were just curious, but they were somehow able to talk the producers, the ones who put up the money, into staying with it. Staying with Captain Jack Sparrow and with Johnny Depp. And I mean, one of the most interesting rogues and scalawags we've ever had in the movies. So, what are some of the characteristics of rogues and scalawags? And why would I suggest that we are in unity, that we're more like them? I think the first thing is a rogue or a scalawag has an extreme passion for life. And living the truth of that life becomes more important than the rules or the regulations. I think that's a lot like the people here at Unity, which is we want to live the life that we want to live, and we really don't want a lot of rules and regulations that get in the way. I think they embrace some degree of risk. Now, certainly rogues and scalawags do, But you, the people coming here, I mean, you really do embrace some kind of risk for going here. Matter of fact, let's just see a show of hands. I have no idea how this is going to come out. Okay? So, how many people here have had a mom, a dad, a child, a neighbor, a friend try and talk you out of going here? Oh, I'm surprised. Just a few. Okay. I am surprised because so many people I've talked to have said, oh, you know, my, a relative of Patty's, and she said that other members of the family have told her, you go to Unity, we'll pray for you. So there is some risk. I think one of the main things about the people who come here is that they prize curiosity. In other words, they're willing to ask questions all the time. And, you know, and hey, if you're busy trying to get something done, it's kind of like, this is not the time for questions. Just take it. It's kind of like, no. I'm going to ask questions. Why are we doing things this way? What's the intent? What comes first, our freedom or obeying all these rules and regulations? I think in Unity, it's always going to be the people who come here tend to be the ones who keep asking questions. The phrase that I've been using a lot lately is be curious, not judgmental. And I think that's us. I think the people that go here, and I think that rogues and scalawags, there's some authentic nonconformity. I mean, it's the real deal that the people sitting around in this room tend to be nonconformists, but it's authentic. It's not just because I want to cause trouble. It's just that's who I am. And why would that be? And so I was doing a little research on this week, and one of the sections I liked, which I think is really true, it said that the people, not the Native Americans, but the white Europeans and the people from Asia who first came here, were true risk takers. I mean, they were true nonconformists. More than likely, they came with no money. And they sailed to this land where they didn't even know what they were going to find. And think about it, they were willing to leave Europe or willing to leave Asia behind and come and settle here. I mean, holy cow, what courage it takes to say, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that in a way that, boy, it really severs all the ties. Because if we move to a new land in the 1600s, it's not like we're going to say, oh, I was wrong, I think I'll go back home. No, we sort of play it for keeps. So I bring that up because this authentic nonconformity, guess what? It's in your DNA. I mean, it is woven in. That is who you are. And right now, some people are toying with that idea, right? Only because I've talked to several of you and saying, boy, you know, I don't like the way things are moving. I wonder if I would move to Canada. I wonder if I would move to Australia. I wonder if I would move to England. And your authentic nonconformity is really put to the test, doesn't it, when you consider issues like that? I think that rogues and scalawags and the people who go to Unity, I think there is a wordless quality, an ineffable quality that just can't be described. You know, you see the need for organization and rules, and yet it bugs you. And And so it's kind of like, what are we really here for? What is it that I'm searching for? So you have a spiritual freedom. And that spiritual freedom that each of you has, you refuse to be stifled in that search for who and what you are. You refuse to be stifled by conformity. Please don't ever stop. You keep asking the questions. Just don't ever stop. I mean, that's what keeps everybody on their toes. That's what makes sure that we put the individuality first. Because that's exactly the way it should be. You see, you are a rogue, you're a scalawag, you're a unity. And you are a sacred boundary crosser. You look at some of these rules and you say, I would take great pleasure in breaking that rule. It's taking authenticity and being real and being exactly who and what you are at the deepest of levels. It's taking that, and you don't always like it, but it's saying that's more important to you than going along to get along. And as I've said many times, why do I like unity? Because it's like herding cats. So, from time to time, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. Okay? And from time to time, just kind of peek inside. Know that you have some kind of DNA that says, I want to know what's around the boundary. I want to know what's around the next bend in the road. That's who I am, and that's what I am. And my spiritual search, if I'm true, and if I'm authentic, and if I'm the real me, it's going to take me places that I can hardly imagine. So go ahead and open your eyes and just look at the person next to you. Yeah, and very quietly say, you rogue. You scalawag. And that truth, that's what makes you a traveler on your spiritual journey. And so it is. Namaste.
We're going rogue with a little bit of Eva Cassidy this morning. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Who's that yonder dressed in red? Wade in the water. Must be the children that Moses led. God's gonna trouble the water. Oh, wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Who's that yonder dressed in white? Wade in the water. Must be the children of the Israelites. God yonder dressed in blue, wade in the water. Must be the children are coming through. God's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Oh, you don't believe I've been redeemed. Wade in the water. Just see the Holy Ghost are looking for me. God's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water.
You little rogue, you. So we've reached that time of the service when I'm going to ask you to give your financial gifts. And if you're a first-time visitor today, there's no need to put anything in the love offering bag when it comes around. We are just happy that you're here. So, in terms of giving, there's 4 ways to give. One is by giving to the love offering bag as it comes around. Secondly, you can text to that particular number. Third, you can mail in your checks to 2900 South Bernard, or you can scan the QR code and give in that way. So, let's go ahead. Let's take a moment and say our love offering blessing.
I was going to get you another handheld mic.
There we go. Let's say that together. Together? I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I give thanks for the abundance that is mine to share.
Scotch tape, it's not.
let's take a moment and bless these love offering gifts. So, Spirit of God, we do say thank you, of course. The financial gifts are important to the church. We couldn't operate things without it. But we also understand that what's far more important is that we take that great love for being authentic nonconformists. We take that authenticity to the deepest of levels on our spiritual journeys, and we know that we're blessed. And so we say, thank you, God. And so it is. Amen.
Spiritual leader, Dennis Ashley, for his talk. After listening to your talk, I must confess that I am very much a good girl. And I'm definitely a rogue. Yeah. And I want to thank our musicians today. That was good stuff. Really, really good. I like going rogue with y'all. All right, thank you, Britt Hopkins, and thank you, Scott Jameson. That was so fun. And thank you to everyone here and everyone that helped put the service together. It's been wonderful. And we'd also like to thank our chaplains today. Barbara led the meditation before service, and then Robin has been holding the entire service in prayer. Jim read the prayer today at the start of the service, and KP will stay afterwards to pray with people right up here. So if you want to experience the power of prayer with someone, come up here and find KP. It's a beautiful experience. You can also request prayer by filling out the form in the seat pocket in front of you and putting it in the prayer box that's to the left of the door. There's also a prayer box near the atrium, or you can submit it online through our website. And our chaplains and Silent Unity will pray over your prayer for 30 days. The power of prayer is real. If you haven't experienced it already, then it's time. All right. Whenever anyone asks you, what is unity and what do they stand for? You can always share with them the unity statement for peace. And our wonderful spiritual leader, Dennis, did a little research, and it turns out that we've only been reading half of the unity statement for peace. And so today we're going to read the whole statement. And it was written in 2001, but it's still very applicable today. Would you join me as we say it together and really, again, embrace or just feel and pay attention to what we are saying? All right, together. Unity stands for peace in the presence of conflict, for love in the presence of hatred, for forgiveness in the presence of injury. Unity honors the many names for God, the many paths to God, and the many ways to worship God. For all nations, their leaders and their people to turn to God, but whatever name they use, for guidance during these challenging times and pursue peace, not war. For this is what honors the God of all our faith traditions. Unity stands for peace in our lifetime. Powerful, yeah, and important. And that was written a quarter of a century ago, so 25 years ago in 2001. Yeah, thank you, Dennis, for that information. All right, now it's time to talk about our newsletter and all of the abundant events that are coming and are here. We encourage everyone to sign up for our email newsletter to learn more about our upcoming classes and events. You can sign up in the e-news by scanning the QR code on the screen, or you can just go to unityspokane.org. We would also like to connect with you on our social media, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Just search Unity Spiritual Center Spokane to find us. All right, so now it is time for a little commercial for Unity Home Companion.
Good evening. My name is Patricia, and I'll be your server for the evening. Could I start you off with some beverages?
Why, yes, I think I'd like a glass of wine. A white wine, a Chardonnay, please.
A Chardonnay for the lady and for the gentleman?
Well, I think I just want a glass of water. And as far as that goes, the lady here will only have water too. No wine.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll be back with that in a moment.
Cheapskate. That was strange, Jesus. Why did you want me to only have water?
Well, I've got a little surprise for you. I think you're gonna like it.
Here are your waters. I'll be back in a moment to take your orders.
Well, I'm wondering what was that surprise you were talking about?
Well, if you're ready, I'll show you. Go ahead and hold up your glass of water. You ready? Abracadabra, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo, Chardonnay. Go ahead, taste your water.
That's a great Chardonnay. How did you do that?
What, really? I have no idea. And neither will all of you unless you come to Unity Home Companion. This coming Friday night at 7 or next Sunday at 1 o'clock matinee. So you better buy your tickets today. And I heard our ticket seller, Jerry, this morning offer a really special deal to somebody. And I didn't get permission to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. So today, anybody who buys tickets, they're $15 for one or 2 for 30.
It's going to be such a fun show with outstanding singing and acting. Okay, are you ready for the list of singers? Dakota Moses, Britt Hopkins, the Weddle Twins, Beth Rainey, Gatti Nicario, Joshua West, Rick Hutchins, and his wonderful 3 backup singers, the Keystone Trio, and Scott's band, the Unknown Unknowns, and many more. So, as you see, there's such a bunch of talent to enjoy and hilarious skits. And starting today, there's a raffle and auction items available out there, and they will be available until the end of the last show, which is on March 29th. All of the tickets and all of the auction and raffle items support our Unity Center. And I come on Wednesday nights and I see them practicing. They've been working hard. So I hope you will join this wonderful community event to support each other and our center. Okay. Next, Ron. Hello, Ron. Ron and I are facilitating a spiritual living circle and it's on Wednesday nights from 7 to 8 p.m. That'll be going on for 6 more Wednesdays until April 29th. And then it's a love offering is recommended. It's a great way to take a deep dive into your spirituality, and we'd love to have you join us. You can sign up in the e-news. There's a sign-up sheet on the information desk out in front of the library, or you could do it the old-fashioned way and just talk to Ron or I. Okay. Let us know if you have questions. Next, Easter. Easter is almost here. Woohoo, Easter. All right, just 2 Sundays from now, there will be 2 services. Sunday service that starts at 7:30 a.m. There will be a breakfast immediately following the sunrise service. So if you're planning on coming to that one, would you please sign up so that we know how much food to buy? Hopefully that will motivate you to get out of bed. I am not a morning person, but food is a good motivator. Oh, and so are you. So are you. Okay. And the main service is at our regular time, 10 o'clock. There will be an Easter egg hunt for the kids right after 10 a.m. service. Also, family journey mapping. We invite you to a workshop on Saturday, April 11th from 10 to 12 noon. It's on family journey mapping. What's that? A way for a family to discover its strengths and how best to navigate transitions together. It will be facilitated by Jill Howard. Today is Board Listeners Sunday, so there will be a member of the board for the board listening. It's a nice opportunity to give a member of the board feedback. Your voice is so important. So if you have any feedback, ideas, or you just want to ask questions or just introduce yourself, go ahead and meet with the board listener. So that'll be starting today right after service in the chapel.
It'll be right over here.
Right over there. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Pat. It is time to tell you what's happening next week. So next Sunday is Palm Sunday. Reverend David will talk, Reverend David, woo! He will talk about a great topic, Beyond the Hero's Journey. It is time for Unity Trivia. Here is our trivia question. Every Sunday we say that we are open to the many pathways to God. Most of us can probably get that this symbol stands for Judaism. But what does the symbol mean? It's really interesting. I don't, okay, I won't keep you waiting. Okay, it's the Magen, is my saying that right, Magen? Mogen David. It's the Mogen David, which means the shield of David. It has 2 triangles with one pointing upwards to heaven and one pointing down to the earth. It has 12 individual sides for the 12 tribes of Israel. Thank you for sharing that. That's really interesting. I appreciate that. All right, board update. We have a board update with Rick Hutchins.
Well, thank you. I'm up here once again to talk to you about our pledge drive. We're so close to the finish line, 9 days away, and raising $77,000 to hire a paid spiritual leader. Now, Pat, our new board president, has asked me to come up here week after week because she believes that I'm the one could get us over the finish line because she said she thinks you guys don't want to see me up here anymore. Now, she said that as a compliment, but I think she's a scallywag. I'm right in the middle of a pledge drive, Jenny.
I'm a rogue.
You're a rogue? Oh. Did you want to say something?
I do want to say something. I want to say that I want to give my pledge for this year and next year.
Wow. Deanna, can we do that?
Is that breaking the rules enough for today?
Well, thank you, Jenny. And yes, you can. You're not limited to just giving. your pledge for this year, because it is a 2-year pledge. You can do both as Ginny just did. That's great. Also, we are so close. We just need 20,000. We raised 15,000 just over the last week. We're now up to $57,178.56. And we're going to be $1.80 closer because Alan Bassan, who won at the men's Penny Ante poker game Friday night, was the big winner, and he won $18, and he promised to tithe an additional $1.80, and he'll put that towards the pledge drive. Thank you, Alan. Now, as you know, there are many ways to donate to the pledge drive. 4 ways. Credit card, we've talked about that. If you want miles or cash back on your credit card, do it that way. You could write us a check. You could set up bill pay if you would like to spread out how much you want to get in over the course of the year. Sit down with Deanna, and she will show you how to set up a bill pay, $100 a month or whatever you want to give towards the pledge drive. Of course, we still take cash. We're rogue. Yeah, I know other churches don't do that. Or through investments, if you're at that age where you have to take out so much of your savings and potentially pay tax on it, there's a way to get around that. Talk to Deanna about that as well. All right. Thank you. And thank you, Jenny.
Full transparency, I get so motivated by Rick, and I'm like, yeah, pledge drive. And then when I leave, I forget. Sorry, Rick. So I just know you can go to unityspokane.org, right, and just go to donations, and then go to ministerial pledge. Yeah, so I'm like, how do I get to that? So unityspokane.org, make a mental note, and then just follow along on the website. Okay, I will remember. And it ends March 31st? Yes. Okay, I will remember. I'm making a mental note. Ron, help me, mental note. Okay, now let's welcome our kids. Good morning. We're so glad that you joined us this morning, and all of you back there too. Thank you so much for coming. All right, you ready? We want to give you a blessing. Are you ready to receive the blessing? Okay, here we go. Let's say our children's blessing together. Be the love you are, sing the song you hear, share your joy of life with people far and near. Okay, next, you're gonna bless yourself. You ready? You're gonna bless yourself. And now, let's say together, be the love we are, sing the song we hear, share our joy of life with people far and near. All right, remember your beautiful blessing and go find the people that brought you here. All right. Aw. And now, please stand as you're able and join together for our prayer for protection, followed by the peace song. Too soon. Yeah, mental note, another mental note. All right, let me find it. All right, let's say, okay, ready? Ready? Together, the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And that's the truth. Sorry, I went a little rogue. So.